What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live here on the 2nd Street Marvel, where it is Friday, March 29th, 2019. And I certainly hope you've all had a very, very great week. Now, in case you've never been here on my live show, I typically go over my comic book pull list, then we kind of talk about some of the news, then I go in and interact with some of you viewers who have questions and things like that. It's fun, so, in case you haven't ever been here before, make sure you invite your friends, because as soon as we hit 200 subscribers here on this channel, I am going to be giving away a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman. So make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff. And like I said, make sure you invite your friends. And I typically do a giveaway here on my show, the Trailer Park Live, every single Friday night, and I will give you more details on how to get entered into that in just a minute. Now, as I said, I typically go over my comic book pull list, but in case you haven't seen or heard any of my previous updates, I will be kind of changing things up here a little bit going into the future. I am going to start doing like some comic book previews for the week. Then I'm going to do, on Wednesday, I'll do my comic book pull list, and then here on Friday, I am going to start deep diving into a little bit more of these comic books that I've picked up for the week. And so since I kind of started changing that a little bit this week, I am going to briefly go over some of the issues that I have picked up this week before we jump into news and begin interacting with some of you all, as it is always a good time when we have you all here interacting with us. It really is fun, and it really makes the time go by. And in case you haven't seen any of my live shows before, it does kind of go long, especially when there are some of you out there interacting. And when there's a lot of news to talk about, because sometimes I just kind of go on and on and on and on about things. Now, in case you didn't know, it was a fairly big week in comics this week, as DC Comics did just release their Detective Comics issue number 1000. My comic book shop actually opened up at midnight this week to release this book. I haven't yet got a chance to read this book, but it is pretty good. And if you didn't see my comic book pull list on Wednesday, you might want to go check that out, as I did make a reference to Dark Knight Nation, who is a channel you should definitely check out. The guy goes through and he dives. He's really a DC comic fan. He deep dives into comics and goes in with the scope. Okay, he is very good at what he does. Make sure you check out his channel. Okay, the next issue I had was Marvel Comics presents issue. I read this one. The series has been pretty good so far. Now, I am going to briefly cover some of these other issues really quick. Superior Spider-Man issue number 4. The Superior Spider-Man issues have been great. Now, there are some things I am going to talk about a little bit more here with some comics that I pulled this week. Now, one of them was the Spider-Man Far From Home Prelude issue number 1. Now, I've covered these Prelude issues before, and a lot of people disappointed. I'm not sure if you remember back in, I think, October number. It was okay. It was when the Avengers Prelude first issue. A lot of people disappointed because they were telling of Avengers Infinity War. Okay, now typically a lot of these Prelude issues just tell a backstory of a previous movie we've seen, or some of them. There are some of them out there that have a lot of information in them that we don't get in the movies. Pertinent information that I believe leave a lot of clues to things that we haven't seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that we may see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward, either in the future or maybe in Avengers Endgame. Now, some that I would definitely tell you to check out are things like the Ant-Man Prelude comics, the first Ant-Man movie, Ant-Man and Wasp, maybe not so much. You should also just check out the Captain America Winter Soldier Prelude issues, maybe even the Guardians of the Galaxy issues. Those were there's some pretty good information in those, and even Doctor Strange. Now, if you don't have access to these comic books at your local comic shop, you could always get on Marvel Unlimited and check them out there as well, as they usually have. They have most of them up there already, except for, I don't believe, because they are a little behind on the Marvel Unlimited, they probably don't have the Avengers Endgame Preludes or the Spider-Man Far From Home Prelude on there yet. But you can purchase those on Marvel.com through their website as well. Now, the next issue I had was Spider-Man, issue number 18, The Hunted. Now, if you all haven't been following the Amazing Spider-Man, I did a comic book review of the first 5 issues, and you can find that in one of my playlists here under my comic book reviews. The series has been really great. Nick Spencer has done an awesome job with this character. Now, this particular issue, they've got they've kind of switched artists a little bit. Humberto Ramos is the man doing the pencils in this book. He's done an amazing job with the art, just as much as Nick Spencer has done with the book. Now, I believe Ryan Ottley is getting ready to come back to do some more issues on this run. But this run, The Hunted Part 2, was a great book. It was really good. And like I said, in my comic book preview, in my comic book review of this series, there are a lot of things going on right now. We've got some background villains. We've got some that are on the full front here, and in particular in the Hunted. In case you don't know Spider-Man's history, the Hunted really has a lot to do with Kraven. Kraven being one of Spider-Man's biggest foes. Now, in this particular issues, he's working with some people. He's amassed quite an amount of people that he's working with to draw in. They're starting to do this new game called I'm not exactly for sure what they call it. I can't recall right now. But they put together this game where they are hunting. How would you say, animal totems. I'm not sure if you're completely familiar with totems, but they are hunting down like people with superpowers that have like the powers of animals. And that's kind of what's going on in this book. It has been really excellent. You should definitely check it out. The art has been good. The story has been amazing. Something you should definitely check out. No pun intended, but you know, like I said, you can see some of the art here and everything that has been going on. Now, another issue that I picked up was Black Widow issue number 3. Now, this one I definitely want to touch on because this has been an amazing, and this is, I mean, no pun intended here, this has been a great book. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave a link down in the description to, I'm not sure if you guys watch Young Rippa, what is it, Young Rippa 95 or Young Rippa 59. I'm going to leave a link to that down in the comments or down in the description. You should definitely go check out his video. He just recently did a video on this Black Widow series, and now I do have to say that he's Eric July. He's the man that is Young Rippa on this channel. He does an amazing job talking about some of these books, and he's one of the people who is discontent with, you know, he's a comic purist, and I get that for a lot of people. Now, he's one of the people that is discontent with some of the things going on in like the Captain Marvel books. You know, as we all know, Captain Marvel historically was a man, and then they took Carol Danvers, who was Miss Marvel, and turned her into Captain Marvel, and the book has always been kind of struggling ever since then, keeping viewers interested in what they're doing there. So you know, like I said, for me, I'm not really into all that, but I do get why some people would be upset. It is a woman-centric book, so you know it's going to be centered more around women. Now, the thing is about the Captain Marvel series is they kind of go a little hard on men in there, so I get somebody's discontent with that. Now, if you read the Black Widow series, this series has been absolutely excellent. This series is written by a couple of sisters, and they have done an amazing job. Now, you want a good role model for your kids, a good strong role model, or a good strong female character-led comic book to read, this is definitely it. Now, is it something for your daughters to look up to? Maybe not. Maybe not if you've got young daughters like mine are, but if you've got some older daughters that are getting up there in age and kind of really getting like a little more footing on the world, this is definitely a good book. Black Widow is out there doing some justice, and as you can see in some of the art images here, the art is really good. The story has been absolutely phenomenal. She has, now if you don't know, I'm going to go into a little bit about that right now, so spoilers here for the next few minutes in case you want to read some of these books. She was basically killed in the Secret Empire series. I know I've talked a lot about Secret Empire in the past, and I do still plan on doing a review on that particular arc. Now, she was actually killed by Captain America in that series, but here she has actually been reborn by the Red Room, and she is going after some revenge on some people. And believe me, she's not taking any shortcuts. She is pissed off. She is out there kicking ass, okay? And there's no other way to put it. And the story here is really good. There's nothing off-putting about this book whatsoever. We get cameos from Captain America. Obviously, Taskmaster is big in here. He's been pretty big in the world of Marvel Comics here lately in a lot of the series I've been reading. We also get Helmut Zemo in here. He's talking there, obviously making reference to the Punisher in this latest book. Like I said, it's been really good. It's definitely something you should check out. Excellent series. I cannot say enough good things about these particular issues. Definitely something you should check out. Don't wait for trades on this one. This is one that you definitely want. I mean, I actually anticipate one of these issues coming up every single month. This is one of those issues I wish was a bi-monthly mag, but I'm glad it's not, because the quality we're getting out of this magazine, or this book, has been just great. great. And you know, I think that's the funny thing about some of the issues that I've been reading, that they are monthly mags as opposed to bi-monthly mags. Now don't get me wrong, The Amazing Spider-Man has been really good. The other ones I have been reading that aren't bi-monthly mags, like Punisher, excellent series. Excellent series. It just started again last year after the events of Secret Empire. Definitely worth checking out. The other one, Captain America. Really, really great series that you should definitely check out. I've done a review of that. And the other one is Black Widow here. It's a monthly mag. And I hate to say it's not just because they're only once a month, but the quality in these books has been amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy as well. Just the quality of storytelling in these has been so good. I have been actually anticipating every month when these new issues are getting ready to come out. They are that good. They really are. Check out those few issues I just told you about. Now the next one I'm gonna do is, I have talked about it a little bit in the past, is the Black Order issues here. These are the last two issues. I'm gonna do a comic book review on these soon. This series was really, really well done. I liked it. There's 5 issues, and each issue is basically told from a different point of view of one of these characters from the Black Order, and it is really good. They each one of them kind of has a little bit different theme, and I really like what they've done with this series here. So definitely something you should check out. Definitely worth checking out. And like I said, I've talked about this before. You can see on these covers here. I'm not sure what the gentleman's name is. Inyuk Lee. I don't know how to. I know I'm butchering his name, but the art has been absolutely amazing. And it's just these last couple of covers. He didn't do all the covers, and he doesn't do the art in the books, but covers have been great. I'm guessing the Black Order will probably be available on trade soon, so it's definitely something you should probably go out to your local comic shop and check out. Very good book. Now, the other issue I did pick up this week that I'm doing a giveaway for this week is The Incredible Hulk facsimile copy, issue number 181. Now this was the first full appearance of Wolverine, in case you didn't see my video earlier in the week. It was his first full appearance. He was mentioned in Incredible Hulk issue 180, but apparently he was also in, there was like kind of like a little bio about Wolverine in a Daredevil comic that had come out right around the same time. But I still wouldn't consider that like an appearance or anything like that. I wouldn't even consider it a cameo. They're just telling you about the character. And so whatever. I'm sure there are some comic purists and things out there that will make mention and argue about that. But like I said, I am giving away a copy of this issue. The only thing you have to do to get entered into the giveaway for this issue is leave a comment down below of what is your current favorite series or your favorite comic book superhero, your favorite series. Just leave that down in the comments in case you're not pulling issues right now. Hey, you don't have to have a current favorite character. Just leave your favorite character in comics down in the comments below. And also, you know, if you don't even want to do that, tell me why I should pick you for this giveaway. That's all you have to do. Pretty simple. Now, as I said, there are plenty of other things going on in the world of news this week. In case you don't know, Dumbo is just opening up at the theaters. Now, this is something I'm not really too thrilled about saying. In case you don't already know and haven't heard me mention it, I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan. I'm just not. I did like his the Batman movie he did back in '89, Batman 1 and 2. I mean, they were great movies. Was it Batman Returns was the second one? Good movies. But again, I'm not like a huge Tim Burton fan, so I can't just tell you to go out and see this movie, but I'm sure a lot of people will. It actually looks pretty good. It's got all the makings of a great movie. It's got a lot of people in it that I really like, and especially like Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, some of these people that are in this movie. I mean, man, they're really trying to draw me in, but I'm just not that into it. Now, another big thing that has been in the news lately was Jordan Peele's Us. Premiered at the movie theater last weekend, and now I'm not sure if you saw his first movie, Get Out, but I thought it was pretty good, and we're gonna go ahead and discuss a little bit more of that. And gosh, what else was there? There was more promo posters for Avengers Endgame released, and that's something we're gonna talk about a little more in the show tonight. So, like I said, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I'm getting ready to hop onto my camera where it's a little bit lower, or onto my computer where the camera is a little bit lower quality, as my camera here is getting ready to heat up. But, you know, like I said, you can see how beautiful pictures this thing takes, and that is exactly why I got this camera. So, give me just a minute, and I'm going to hop on to my computer here and we will continue with the show. If you have any questions or anything you'd like me to cover, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and talk about them. Like I said, it's always a fun time when all of us are here getting together to do the show and interacting in the comment section. It's always a good time. So like I said, make sure you leave a comment, and thanks again for watching. Now, what's up everybody? How you all doing? I hope you're all doing good. I hope everything is going good today. Yeah, so, like I said, there's a lot of, I don't know, several things to go over. I mean, if there's anything you guys want to talk about in particular, like I said, drop a comment down there, and we'll make sure to get to those. Like I said, I just went over my comic book pull list there, and I said, all you got to do to get entered into the giveaway. Now, the thing is like, to get entered, like, for the comments, you actually, for the most part, you have to go into the comments, not in the live chat, because the randomizer I use for picking the names to get entered into these giveaways, it doesn't take the live chats for some reason. So I just had, for last week's, I had to put it into a randomizer, all separately. It's all weird how some of that stuff works. Anyway, I can't really say that I know enough about it. But make sure you leave a comment down in the comments section. If you could do me a favor as well, if you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Or hey, you know what? If you don't like it that much, give it a thumbs down too. Whatever. It all feeds the algorithm. So hey, it's all good. If you don't like it, hey, I'm not gonna make you like it. And if you're undecided, you're undecided. It's all good. But you know what you should do? Is leave some comments down there and let me know why you don't like it. But anyway, like I was saying, Dumbo did just release at the theater, and I know a lot of people are kind of excited about this. You know, live action movies, as far as, you know, like adaptations, or like the big thing now, it seems like. And you know what? I'm not. I don't know. I'm not really that into all of them. And you know, I still haven't seen Jon Favreau's. What was it? The Jungle Book he did? I still haven't seen that one. And which is a shame, because, you know, like, I like Jon Favreau. He's a great actor and a good director. Oh yeah, I know somebody did. Yes, I know somebody did. Now that's funny. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so like I said, I'm not a big Tim Burton fan. How about you guys? Anybody out there big Tim Burton fans? Like I said, the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton, the original Michael Keaton Batman movie, I guess, because I mean there were the Batman movies from what were they, the 60s, you know, the old Adam West ones. But a lot of people don't really count those as like the movies or whatever. I don't know. It's whatever. To me, they were movies because they were, you know, feature-length films of Batman. But anyway. Yes, the Michael Keaton Batmans. I really did like those. Like the first two were really good, and coincidentally they are Tim Burton films. And like I said, I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan. Beetlejuice was pretty good. I did like Beetlejuice, but like we're getting like into Edward Scissorhands and all these other, what are these other things? Even like the Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm just like not a huge fan of it. Now my kids, they love it. You know. They love the Nightmare Before Christmas. My wife, she loves it. She loves Nightmare Before Christmas. It's all good to them. But you know, that's just me. But it does have a lot of these good actors in it, and I'm like, like that's almost enough to make me want to go see it. Because I mean, who all you got in there? There was like Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton. Oh man, what's her name? Something Green. I can't remember. I can't remember the. Is it Ava Green? Isn't she in it too? Yeah. I don't know. It's just got a lot of people. Colin Farrell's in it. They should have put Will Ferrell in it too while they're at it. Why not? Have the Farrelly brothers. But yeah, I'm not too thrilled about Dumbo. Now the other thing I was mentioning right there was I was talking about was Jordan Peele. Okay, I was watching this video, you know, some of my subscriptions on YouTube, and you know, because some of these things I don't necessarily pay attention to, like some of the articles, news articles and things out there. I mean, I hunt down certain ones occasionally, but apparently there's some people making a stink now, and that's the thing. And I've talked about this a lot in just in some of my videos these days, is like people's knee-jerk reactions to everything. Apparently Jordan Peele was in like some, I don't know, speaking to some like it was like a class, you know, like
how would you say, not like a drama class or something, but like a, I can't remember, but somebody was there writing down, because he was like doing an interview with them or something, and apparently he said something along the lines of he's not gonna write a movie with a main character with a white main character, and he said, I've already seen that movie. And you know, and I didn't actually read the article itself, and I'll chase it down, and if you guys want, I'll do a story on that. But you could also there's a channel that I watch called The Lonely Banter. You could go check out his show. He just did one the other day, and you know, I left some comments in there on that particular subject. But again, it comes down to one of these stories that's a non-story. Somebody used a headline for an article as clickbait to get people to go read this article, and he was essentially talking to these kids and saying that he wouldn't write basically what he said, he wouldn't write a movie, one of his movies with a white main character, because he's seen that movie. And the thing is I get that, because you know, we've got all kinds of different horror movies and things like that, and I was thinking about, like, if you go watch say like Get Out, you could go watch 100 other movies with you know, with all white characters in it that's essentially the same thing. So maybe for you, why would you want to go see Get Out then, right? I mean, so it's the same thing. But like, I mean, I liked Get Out. I mean, was it a great film? I mean, no, but it could have been better easily. Most of them can, but for what it was, I thought it was a really good film. Now the thing is if, like I said, if you go to Lonely Banter's page, you can check out his video, and you can even see I left some comments in there. And the thing is I get what he's saying, because he's seen that movie before. Hell, I've seen that movie before. We've all seen that movie before. And if he's wanting to, I mean, these are like his genre of films anyway. And but the thing is, I think when he was saying it in this particular setting, I think is one of those things, like, he was just joking around. He's probably just being cheeky, you know, just getting laughs. Just, I mean, he's like a comedian, you know. I mean, he did his show Key and Peele. He's funny in that, but then he's also, you know, like I said, his movies that he's directed so far have been like horror genre. And they say, I think it was like Kevin Smith or somebody, they say that if you're gonna get into making movies, that horror is sometimes the easiest way to get into. And you know, I guess that kind of makes sense, and you kind of do see a lot of people start off doing that. So I don't know. I mean, you know, maybe he's going to move on to bigger and better things, but also I kind of feel like it would be better for him to not write movies with a main character being the white person, because I mean, it's from his perspective anyway, right? And you know, he's not a white man, he's a black man, so the view that he has is different than, like, say, the view I have or the view that you have. You know what I mean? It's just different life experiences. So what he would be putting on screen would be different than than him writing that particular role for a white person instead of a black person. So I mean, like I said, those kinds of things, I get it. I mean, but now, does that limit him? It might limit him, but I mean, I don't see really why it does. Now, in the future, he may be, like I said, he was probably just joking here anyway, but in the future, he might be like, you know what, like I was just being silly back then. Of course, like, I'm just making movies, you know. Maybe he gets handed the right movie, but I think the stuff that he's actually doing himself, like his own, like, films that he's doing, writing and directing and all that stuff, I think for the most part, I mean, he is gonna do it from a black person's perspective, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I actually need to get out to go see Us, because I've heard a lot of things about it. Some people say it's good, some people say it's not so good, and a lot of people say about the ending. You know, I've heard several people say that the ending is kind of what made the movie not so great. And I actually heard one person say, you know what, if you dip out a few minutes early, it's all good. It's all good. Like, nobody's gonna be mad at you. And I was like, man, that's kind of sad, but that's kind of funny. Now, I was going to show you guys a little skit from some friends of mine. They just started a YouTube channel, but I will leave a link down in the description. For some reason, when I went to put it in the video here into my encoder and everything to put the video on here, it's showing it's sideways, and I don't know how to flip it. So maybe soon I will figure that out, or like I said, I'll leave a link down in the description. You can go check out their videos. It's called Those Damn Skits, all one word. But make sure you check them out. Good stuff, funny stuff. They're just doing like little, I don't know, little 3-4 minute skits, and I believe they're doing them every Tuesday and Thursday. Now, then, God, what was the next thing? Before I go on, I'm gonna go ahead and go through the chats here. I see we've got a few people. Welcome you all. I'm not sure if you all made it here at the beginning, but just kind of went over and talked about a few of the comic books that I picked up this week, and I may talk a little bit more about one of them because I'm telling you, that Black Widow series spin, it's excellent. It is really, really good. What the fuck I miss? Nothing much really. Just kind of went over like some of the comic books that I picked up this week. I mean, I did a comic book pull list this week, and I'm kind of changing things up on the show here a little bit. Where normally I used to do my comic book pull list here on this show, I'm probably just going to do that on Wednesdays now, and then here on Fridays, I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the comic books that I've picked up for the week. And there's something else I'm getting ready to show you guys as well. Okay, so before I get sidetracked, let's go through some of the comments here. Tracy says, very cool. Thank you. I do my best. Q-Ball, welcome Q-Ball. Q-Ball, our people. I'm not sure what you're getting at there, but okay. Vincent says, "Yep, finally made it." Yee! Welcome, Vincent. Thanks for showing up tonight. Q-Ball says someone did a thumbs down. Yeah, yes they did. There'll be a few more following that. Let me tell you. Trust me. Whiny. Yeah, no, not quite, but not whiny. It's yeah, it's a different discussion. It's whatever. Heard it was boring. Still gonna see it. Which one? Oh man, what was it? Which Us? The movie Us? Yeah, I don't know. Or are you talking about Dumbo? Dumbo looks flat out boring. I'm not watching Dumbo. Maybe when it comes to Redbox or something like that. Maybe the Dollar Theater, because that's probably cheaper than Redbox these days. But yeah, or I don't know. Maybe if somebody maybe if I could get my channel big enough, I get press passes to stuff so I can go see I can go see movies for free. Wouldn't that be cool? So like, you got to invite your friends and stuff. So make sure you do that. So I get to be big. Okay, watch Jungle Book. I need to watch Jungle Book. Like I said, a huge Favreau fan. I can't say that there's a film that Jon Favreau has done that I don't like. Like Made. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the movie Made. The movie Made is great. And him and Vince Vaughn, they did a lot of stuff together when they were coming up, and they're really great together. But Made is a really good one. Oh gosh, what else did they do? Swingers was a good. What Swingers? I think Swingers was, yeah. That was a really great one. Swingers was really good. Gosh, what else? Obviously, Jon Favreau gave us Iron Man and Iron Man 2. I'm not sure if you've seen the movie Chef. The movie Chef is excellent. And when I watched the movie Chef, it actually kind of it reminded me like when at one point in my life, and that's it's completely not out of the question either. Still, is I wanted to have a food truck. I think that would be like one of the coolest things in the world. To just like, if you see the movie Chef, you'll know what I'm talking about. Go around selling food and all that stuff. Although I don't know that it's necessarily as easy as he made it look in that movie, because I think a lot of the times, and like I said, I don't know enough about food trucks. I know just a little bit about what I do. You have to have certain permits when you go around and do that. And I'm wondering if you're traveling across country, how you're going to do that state to state. I mean, he has his permits, his food permits and everything. He's all good there. But then going state to state, I'm not sure how that would work, because most of the times you have to file for health permits and get business licenses and things in the state that you're in. So I'm not sure how that would work with something like that. I mean, if you know about that, let me know down in the comments section, because I would honestly like to know more about that for myself. Hell. But then again, maybe you don't know nothing about it, but you should definitely check out Chef. Like I said, Jon Favreau, he is great. So I do need to check out the Jungle Book. That's bad on me. Okay, Q-Ball says, trust me on this. I trust you, man. I trust you. CJ, welcome, CJ. Tim Burton is for emo teenage girls. Well, isn't Tim Burton an emo teenage girl? I could be wrong there. Certainly looks like one. Where's my pictures at? Okay. Yeah, that's all fine, and I don't judge him harshly. Just see what the blowback for a white guy saying he wouldn't cast a black guy. Yeah, well, there is that, you know. That's again, that comes down to something I've definitely talked about here on this channel before, is the knee-jerk reactions. I mean, people just I don't know, man. I get so tired. And maybe I just need to start another channel talking about this stuff, because a lot of the stuff that I have to really say about this kind of stuff doesn't belong here on my nerdy channel. But again, you know, the one thing I just dislike in our society these days is the knee-jerk reactions. And you know, really a lot of these knee-jerk reactions that happen from these companies and things like that, they're basically due to internet trolls. And these internet trolls obviously being, well, you know, we know who they are, you know? We know who they are. And they're just ultimately people out there trying to manipulate the system to see what they can do. I mean, that's really all they're doing, you know. And they're just trying to they're really just, I mean, messing with the people. I mean, in the end, you see that these people are really false flag people. I mean, these people they got straw man arguments, and that's really all they are in the first place. It's pretty pathetic, you know. Even like you know, and again, I don't defend James Gunn and all his tweets or anything like that, but just that whole situation, the way it came about and everything, like, come on, you know, like, that's just so, it's just so much a part of our society these days, with the knee-jerk reactions and everything. When these things kind of happen, all the backlash from all these things, companies just, you know, just maybe just step back and just be like, hey, you know, before they react to anything, before they fire somebody and all that stuff, I mean, just take a step back and think about what you're doing before you do it. You know what I mean? Just, you know, like here where I live at, you know, I've got a business, and you know, heck, I just told you guys last week I was in a collision a couple weeks ago. Somebody ran a stop sign and hit me in my work vehicle, and now my work vehicle is out of service, and I'm basically having to work out of another vehicle for now that is not my work vehicle, and it's just hard and it's stressful, right? So now the thing is I don't know how many places I've called here in town and had to call them and say, hey, you got, you know, your tow truck driver's got a full load here. He's got like a full flatbed with 2 cars on it, and he's sitting here swerving, driving down the road because he's sitting there playing on his phone. And you know, and there's like 2 of them in town where I live at that I've practically got on speed dial, because is speed dial a thing anymore? Shit, I just showed my age, didn't I? Okay, I've got them saved in my contacts list. That I've had to call on multiple drivers, and they're like, "Oh, do you know who it was?" I'm like, you know what? I'm busy driving. I don't have time to sit there and write. Like, if I see it, I'll try to remember it so I can tell you. But you know what? The thing is I get if you're trying to get somebody in trouble. One of the places I called actually has GPS on their cars. But the thing is I've even told them, like, I'm not trying to get somebody fired here. I'm not trying to get somebody fired. I just want you to talk to your people and have them stop doing it. You know, I'm not trying to get anybody fired. You know, that's the thing, like I said, about the knee-jerk reactions. I don't care. I'm not trying to get somebody fired. I just want you to talk to people and say, get your eyes on the road and what you're doing. One of them almost sideswiped me one day, driving down the road. I'm like, dude, like, put your damn phone down. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get you fired. I realize you need a job, but you know what? Put the damn phone down. And if I have to call your company multiple times, the problem isn't just with your one driver, it's with multiple people. So just talk to everybody. That's it. You know, you don't need to knee-jerk react and fire one dude. You know, but then again, maybe if they have a guy that's a problem, maybe they do need to fire him. So that's why I usually get the number anyway. But like I said, again, knee-jerk reactions. Knee-jerk reactions. I'm just not into them. It ruins everything. And we know who the people are that are causing all these knee-jerk reactions from these companies and everything. I don't need to discuss that here. We know who they are, okay? It's the same people who give videos like this thumbs down and videos like my comic book pull list thumbs down. We know who you are. Now, we got some more questions. or some more comments here. Would be, yeah, there would definitely be some blowback. CJ says Tim Burton movies are for emo chicks. Yeah, they are. They are. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of them. And is that just because they got Johnny Depp in them? Maybe it is. Tracy says that's right. Tracy, yeah. I mean, it's true, man. Like, come on. You know, come on, people. Just put it down. Just put it down. Just put the phone down. Put the phone down. You know the other thing? I'm telling you, we shouldn't even get started on this thing. Is, you know, the other thing is, and I see this everywhere I go, whether it's stoplights or stop signs, you know, the one key thing that you should do every time you come to one of these things? Stop. Like, actually stop your vehicle. Like, you know, you put your foot on the brake and you put it all the way to the floor and your vehicle is moving and it goes, it does that. It stops. Stop. Look what directions you're going and then proceed when it's safe. Man, I see people, they get in the car lane, like, say my phone here is like where you would turn out, and this is the intersection. I see cars like literally like right here. I'm like, dude, you're blocking the lane. You're blocking the other lane coming. Why don't you just go? Ugh. See, we shouldn't even got started here. Why did we even get started on this? I'm not, oh man. See, you know what? I'm switching it right now. Something I did forget to I did forget to mention after when I forgot about talk about politics so we can add up some more dislikes. No, that's not what the dislikes came from. That's a different story. Maybe that's for a different channel too. This right here, I picked this up on my Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, like I said, the Guardians of the Galaxy series has been really good so far, written by Donny Cates, which is the same guy who wrote this series right here, Donny Cates, this Cosmic Ghost Rider series. But this is basically Cosmic Ghost Rider. And I picked this up because there was a couple of issues available on Marvel Unlimited. And my music's not too loud, is it? I'm not monitoring it here. If my music's too loud, let me know. Please, down in the comments. Cosmic Ghost Rider is Frank Castle. Okay, this is Frank Castle that's Cosmic Ghost Rider, and he's going back in time, basically, by the power of Odin. He wanted to go back and kill baby Thanos, and he gets there and he finds out it wasn't easy as he thought it would be. So he basically goes and hangs out with baby Thanos. That's all I've really gotten so far. He takes baby Thanos and yeah, it looks like he's just having a good old time with him. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's interesting. But I wanted to read that because I read the first two issues of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, wow, like, I think I need to go back and read that Cosmic Ghost Rider. And there was somebody at my local comic shop telling me that I needed to read the Cosmic Ghost Rider anyway. And so it finally came out on trade, so I went ahead and picked that up. And like I said, if you got a local comic shop near you, Cosmic Ghost Rider, I think it was $15. It was $15. So, head out to your local comic shop, or you could probably even get it on the Marvel.com. They do have a lot of things on there, and you can read it on your tablet or your phone or anything like that. I just actually, you know what? I really do like the print, having at least the print. I do like the individual books, and sometimes I do like the trades. Like when I was reading some of the stories, and I went back and picked up some of the trades on some of the issues that I've been reading, like through the Captain Americas and the Captain America Steve Rogers. I didn't pick up Captain America Sam Wilson, and I could cover that more if you wanted to in another video. But like I said, I picked up some trades, and like I said, the trades are cool. If they're old issues that you can't get, or it does cost more to get individual issues rather than trades. Now, like I was saying, baby Thanos, that's gonna make for some good memes. Yeah, no, it's hilarious, and you can see right here on the back cover, baby Thanos there with Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's a very funny story. Now, like I was saying about those Black Widow issues too. Those Black Widow issues are really good, man. like I said, she's dead. She was killed by Steve Rogers in the events of Secret Empire, and I remember reading about all that. But she was killed by Steve Rogers, and now she's back. She was like recreated, she was recreated in the Red Room, and now she's back. And dude, she's like on the warpath, man. She's a straight up badass. I mean, she's kicking ass and taking names. She's not even taking names. She don't give a damn. She's just after one person, and she's freaking going hard, man. Like hard. Yeah, I honestly think I've really been like I said, I've liked this Amazing Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Okay, cool, it's great. I've really liked the Captain America series. Great series so far. And again, I need to do some reviews on the Punisher issues, because the Punisher run just started last year as well. The Punisher issues have been absolutely great. And God, let me see who's doing the art on those, because or who's doing the story here. I can't remember who was doing the story on these, because the story in these Punisher issues has been absolutely great. Okay, yeah, it's Matthew Rosenberg, and I like his writing too. Anyway, but the new Punisher series has been great, and they actually make mention of it in this Black Widow series. But this Black Widow series, in just 3 issues, I mean, it just came out swinging. I wish this was a bi-monthly issue, because like in 3 issues, it's already instantly one of my favorite books. Like, just instantly. The first issue had me hooked, and then the second issue I was like, oh man, this is getting good. And then the 3rd issue has not been any letdown. There's no holding back. If you're into comic books, or you want to get into comic books, you should head out to your local comic shop and pick up the Black Widow. If you want to see something hardcore with some real ass kicking, and it's got a pretty good overall resounding message of what's going on in the movie, because she's basically, I'm going into spoilers here, and I'm not going to tell you everything, but she's going after these people who are doing this thing called NRP, I can't remember. NRP. What is it? No. If you know what it is, leave it down in the comments. But no. It's basically like, what somebody does is they basically got their camera and they're going around filming it while these other people are doing like the most heinous acts that you could do to women, children, people. Just, it's very, very bad. Completely victimizing people. And it's pretty bad. It's bad, none to say the least. But she just shows up in Madripoor and just starts fucking banging on people. Like, it's insane. It's insane. You got to check it out. Like this book is what I wish we would get out of the Black Widow series coming up on Disney. But if they were to do what's going on in this series, it would be just like them trying to do a Punisher series. It has to be rated R. You couldn't do there is no trying to change this. And like I said, like I've talked about before, Deadpool coming into, like, if you brought Deadpool into the MCU, Deadpool is easily toned down and integrated into the MCU, and still letting him do and say all the things that he says. Because, like I said before, if you ever watched any of the Austin Powers movies, the way he did all his innuendo and basically clever edits, that's all you have to do to Deadpool to still get the point across and get all of that out of the character, everything that he brings. Because, let's not forget one thing, and here's the one thing I say about all of these things anyway. In the comic books, it's edited, okay? You don't see them say F and and all, you don't see them cursing in the comic books. They usually have all the like the characters there in place of actual curse words. And the thing is like, you can tell what curse word is supposed to be there. So that's what I say. Just some clever edits like they did in the Austin Powers movies, and just countless other movies. Just things like that with innuendo. That's all you need. Like I said, Deadpool's easy, but putting Punisher into the MCU or anything like that that's not rated R, it's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, he's got guns. It's violent. He's killing everybody. I mean, even look at the what was it, like 2001 Punisher? It might have been 2000 Punisher with Thomas Jane. I mean, that's probably the most watered down one that you could find. Well, aside from that Netflix series, you know, that Netflix series was pretty watered down. Come on, let's just admit that. It was watered down. But don't get me wrong, Jon Bernthal is great as the Punisher. I got to tell you that. He's great as Frank Castle. I wish he could be in the films, and I wish they would make those rated R because he is great. But also, since it's basically done and they're not doing that iteration in the MCU, I would love to see Jon Bernthal come and play Wolverine. I really would. I think he's got the talent. I think he probably has the longevity in his career, and I think he would be absolutely great being the Punisher, or not the Punisher, but Wolverine. I think he would be awesome. He would be great. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I gotta take another drink. Well, like I said, Punisher's not easily toned down into not rated R. Just like Black Widow in these issues, there would be no way to tone her down. God, what else do we have this week? Oh yeah, those posters, those Avengers Endgame posters. Now a lot of people have been drawing conclusions off of those because Shuri's in there and she's in the black and white poster like she dusted and everything, and people are paying particular attention to what attire she's wearing and some of those kinds of things. So I don't know. I'm not sure how much speculation could be drawn on that, because to me it's kind of like the toys, but like a little more so we could draw speculation off of it, because I mean it's actually something official from them, and we're, like I said, the toys, like I said, it's silly to draw conclusions off of toys because a lot of it is so it's hard to say if anything like that's really going to end up in the movie, because in the end they still got to sell toys. So like I think in one of the sets they showed Thanos with a big hammer. It's like, okay, is he really going to have a big hammer? I mean, maybe just put that in there because they're just trying to show that he has a weapon in the toys. Who knows? I don't know. Now the one thing I did think was kind of funny was, you know, we see all the dusted characters, but we didn't get, like, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, we didn't get like Hank Pym. We didn't get Janet Van Dyne, we didn't get Heimdall, and we didn't get Maria Hill. And these are all people that we know dusted. And I'm just kind of wondering, why is that? You know, why do we not get these characters in these posters? It just seems a little odd. I mean, and somebody else was pointing out that they just put 16 and 16 who survived, 16 who didn't, and I'm like, okay, I could live with that. It is, from a marketing standpoint, I guess that makes sense. I just don't know. I'm also not sure. I'm not sure if any of you have all been paying attention to, like, I've been keeping an eye on my emails, because a lot of times, like, a theater sends out emails to, if you're part of the rewards program and stuff, when tickets go on sale, and it's projected that Avengers Endgame tickets are going to go on sale on April 2nd. Now, I've still been because apparently there was a rumor going around that they were supposed to be going on sale any day now, which at this point the 2nd is any day now, but it was supposed to be sometime this week possibly. So I've been refreshing my emails like crazy throughout the day to keep an eye on these things, because you know what, I'm going to see Avengers Endgame that night, damn it. And I'm probably going to go with some friends too. But then I've also got to get tickets to take my family and everybody to see it that weekend too. So probably on Friday. I mean, why would I want to take them on, you know, like a Saturday or Sunday? We got to see that stuff on Friday on opening night. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. Plus, my kids will want to see it. That's some of the movies they'll stay and watch, because it's not boring to them. Because some of the movies, like, they kind of get bored watching. Like, I know, like the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans, they watch them, and, you know, for a little while they're kind of like, oh, you know, it's almost a little too adult for them, because they're not getting enough of the characters. Where in the MCU, you know, they've done a good job of a good balance of getting the character action in there along with the personal interaction of the characters. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I can't wait to go see that. Ooh, and Shazam. I'm not sure if you all caught my review of Shazam. I did do a review. You can go check back on. It's probably on one of the playlists, but I just did that one last week because I did get a chance to see that a couple of weeks ago at the theater, and it was really good. Now, I went to go see that all on my own because I was like, I don't know if it cost like $12 because it was like a Fathom event, so I didn't even get discounted tickets on it where I normally would through Cinemark, even though I seen it at Cinemark, but it was through Fandango. Anyway, I went to go see that, and I was like, man, that $12 a ticket is a little steep, but for Avengers Endgame, it's not. But so I did, but after going to see it, that movie was so good. Okay, Warner Brothers and their DC movies are finally starting to hit full stride. I mean, they're starting to do a really good job. And Shazam was really good. Like, after I went and seen that, I knew I had to get tickets so we could go see it that the weekend that it opens. Because I was sitting there thinking, like before, like, I'll just take the kids and the family. We'll just go on Discount Tuesday. We'll go on Discount Tuesday and watch it then. But after watching it at the theater, I was like, oh man, like, no, this movie's good. We're going to see it Friday. We're going to go see it Friday. So, yeah, we're going to go see Shazam on Friday. The only thing bad about when I went to go see it the other day early was that I have to wait 2 weeks to see it again. So, yeah, there are always downsides to things like that. Yeah, what else we got? I don't think I really have a whole lot more that I want to talk about today. Ooh, you know what? I do, actually. I do. Ooh, cotton mouth. Now, so I was in my local comic shop the other day, and in case you don't know, here where I live at, it's called Bases, Cards, and Comics. It's here in Lancaster, California. It's just right off the 14 freeway on Avenue L14. And you can see it right from the freeway. It's got a big old sign that says comics. And as a matter of fact, right now they are probably there holding card tournaments that they have. They host like like Magic tournaments and things like that. And they sell all the decks there and everything. So they don't just sell comics. I mean, they've got like collectibles and things like that. And I think most comic shops do have like collectibles as well as comics. But yeah, so they hold card tournaments and everything there too. And so I was there the other day for the midnight release of the Detective Comics number 1000, and I was there talking to the owner, and he was talking about, he was saying, he's like, hey, like what can I do to help you out? Like to help your channel out, because I work with I'm friends with like the social guy that does the social media. And so we've kind of been cross promoting each other and everything, and like on the platforms. So he's like, but like aside from that, what can I do to help you out? And the one thing I was thinking about doing, and that's when I was doing this show here at the Trailer Park Live, was I was thinking at some point I would like to do my live stream show there at the comic shop. And I think it would be perfect to do it on like a Friday night because it's busy, there's a lot of people there. Now the only thing is the only problem really is that like if I went in, we'd probably have to do it in the main comic shop part, and because if you go into the where they're having their card tournaments and everything, there's a lot of people in there, it's loud, and you can see that. Like if I tried to do the show there with the microphone and all that stuff, you might not be able to hear me so much. I mean, maybe you would. I mean, we'll have to give it a shot sometime. Maybe I'll have to go in there and see how it is, run a test. But I was thinking maybe one of these days we'd do that. Start doing the show, just the live stream show there from the shop, and maybe just put a little rig together and get this little thing mobile, and bring you the Trailer Park Live from the comic shop. And then we can, like I said, we'll go around the comic shop and show off some of those different little things there that they got going on. And I think that would be something kind of fun. It'd be something kind of cool. He also said that there's one of their other customers that he's got there that has actually been wanting to start a podcast. Or he was wanting to start one, or he has one started already. I'm not for sure which. He's like a huge Shazam fan, has been since he was a little kid. And he was talking, he's like, hey, maybe I should hook you guys up. And I was like, well, that'd actually be perfect, because then we could maybe he could just come in and do the show on Fridays with me, and we could just make it a whole little podcast thing, and it'd be a whole lot cooler than just sitting here watching me flap my gums the whole time. I don't know. It was just a thought, but I thought that was pretty cool, you know. I mean, that's how cool the comic shop we got, you know. And most of the people that I know and some of the channels I watch here, they've obviously got cool comic shops because, just like I said the other day, Dark Knight Nation, he did a live stream from his local comic shop. And, you know, that's something is, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, and of course, a lot of these places, you know, I'm sure any of our local businesses, you know, our local comic shops and things like that, if you're going in there to promote their business for free, I mean, it's not like he's paying them, you know. I mean, in most cases, they're probably more than happy to have you in there doing something like that. So, I don't know, that's just, you know, something I'd like to do. I want to do there anyway. I'd love to shoot the show there. And if not, maybe we could eventually maybe we could just do a podcast there and then just upload it, and it wouldn't necessarily be live, but you know, maybe something like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm kind of looking forward to do something like that. And like I said, if you're here local in the area, you're watching this channel, head out to Bases, Cards, and Comics and check them out. They've got a lot of things going on there. It's a pretty cool place. A lot of stuff. Let's see, what else was there? I think that's really all I've got for today, guys. Guess we don't really have to go much. Channel looks like they're picking up pretty good. They've only been doing it like, I don't know, a couple of weeks. Looks like they're almost up to 100 subscribers already. So, you know, make sure you go over there, check them out. It's called Those Damn Skits. All one word. A few of my friends, three of them. Go check them out. Those Damn Skits. Once again, Those Damn Skits. Go check them out. Check out some of the videos. Make sure when you check out their videos, if you like their video, could you please give them a thumbs up? And you know, if you don't like it, I mean, give them a thumbs down. You know, and if you're gonna give them a thumbs down, let them know why. But the other thing is you know, let them know that I sent you. Say, hey, tell them I sent you. And you can just say Trinity. You don't have to say Second Street Marvel. Just tell them that I sent you. That'd be pretty cool. They've got a few funny videos over there, and I say a few because they've only got a handful of videos up so far. But they are doing shows. I believe they said they're doing videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So like I said, keep your eye out for those on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that's the other thing. Like here even on my channel, if you're subscribed, make sure you click the little bell. So you get notifications when we've uploaded new content, because when you click the little bell, like even on my phone, like it sends out a little notification, ping, and I know, because like sometimes, like some of the channels I watch, like the Den of Nerds, they do like live streams. Sometimes War Stew does live streams, and I like to be notified of that when they do those, so then I can get on there, you know, and chat, because it's always fun when you get into some of the live chats when some of the people do the live streams. And that's one of the things I like about doing the show here with you all. When you all show up and we're in here commenting and interacting, it's always fun. It's always a good time. And trying to get, like I said, get your friends in here. Get your friends in here. I can get some links for it. But recently, a friend of mine, his sister has passed. We'll leave it at that. And her daughter, you know, basically his niece, needs some help with her funeral costs. And I'll see if I can find the Facebook link to the post where she's got information. She's not doing a GoFundMe because, you know, like, you know, sometimes some of those things are, I don't know, they're tricky, you know, they take their percentages and all that stuff. And I think most of us, when we're giving to people like that for things like that, we want to actually, you know, if I'm giving somebody $100, I don't think, you know, some website needs 3% just because they did that. When a lot of times, you know, this day and age, you can go on and you can, if somebody's got an Apple phone, you can send them some Apple Cash, you know what I mean, to help out with their expenses. But I believe there is an account. They've got an account set up specifically at, I believe, Wells Fargo, for this funeral fund, and the account number is listed on there and everything. You can walk into any Wells Fargo, or your bank probably has a way to send them money, and you know, wouldn't be any wiring fees or anything like that. It'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, my friend lost his sister, and you know, his niece is now in a spot where, you know, she's got a family and other things, you know, in her life, and we all do, right? So like I said, I'll see if I can find that link and put that down in the description here. If you could, I mean, even if it's only $5, and that's all the more reason to do it that way, as opposed to like things like GoFundMe, is because I mean, they take that percent. If you send $5, I mean, you know, 3%, it might not seem like much, but then, it's still kind of like, come on, come on. And so like I said, you can do that. It'd be greatly appreciated. They'd greatly appreciate it. I'd greatly appreciate it if you did as well. Like I said, I'll leave that link down in the description. If you could all go do that, I'll make sure I update that right here after the show. But anyway, like I said, to get entered into the giveaway, for the giveaway I was doing for the Incredible Hulk, like I said earlier, make sure you leave a comment down in the comments, not just here in the live chat. Go into the comment section on this video and tell me what is your current favorite comic book or your favorite character if you're not currently pulling any books right now. And to get entered into the giveaway for this Incredible Hulk 181 reprint issue. Also, make sure you share this video with a friend and tell them to subscribe, because the sooner we get to 200 subscribers, the sooner I give away a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman. So make sure you're subscribed, leave a comment down in the comment section, and make sure you invite a friend to come subscribe and check out the videos, and tell them to leave comments and everything as well, even though I will tell you in every video to leave a comment down in the comment section to get entered into a chance to win a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman as soon as we hit 200 subscribers on the channel. We're inching along, I think I'm at 140 right now, somewhere like right around there. So like I said, we're only 60 more away. It seems like 100 wasn't even that long ago. So make sure you invite your friends to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. Also, down in the comments or down in the description are some links for the Mountain Man Nut and Fruit Company. The Mountain Man Nut and Fruit Company are the purveyors of fine nuts, dried fruits, chocolates, and candies. You can go there to the link in the description and search from hundreds of items and have them shipped directly to your door in the greater United States. Also, down in the description are some links for the Vigilantes for Children. And you can follow the Vigilantes for Children on any of their social media sites, or even go to their website, where you can search through items and get like shirts, hats, or decals to show your support for their cause. And they do also have a YouTube channel. If you can do me a favor, go over there and subscribe to them. I believe soon, I heard they're getting ready to start doing some podcasts on there, and maybe talking a little bit more about exactly what their mission is and what they're doing. So make sure you check those guys out. Like I said, and tell them that I sent you. They should have, like I said, they should have some podcasts coming up here pretty soon. I'm pretty sure I heard them mention something about that. So make sure you tell them I sent you. Check them out. Vigilantes for Children. The link is down in the description. So that's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the 2nd Street Marvel today. Now, as I said, make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell so you get notifications anytime we have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're a troll and you don't like this, please give it a thumbs down. Or if you're just somebody who don't like it, please give it a thumbs down. It doesn't matter either way to me. You know why? Because either way, it feeds the algorithm. And make sure you invite your friends to come hang out with us here on 2nd Street. Have a great day.
I get